Welcome to our International Podcast, guys. Welcome. Let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Do let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Good to have you folks here with us. Robin Morgan and Vincent Henry. Do let us know, guys, if you're hearing us loud and clear. Are the technicians on duty today? That's what we want to know. The technicians out there. Sylvia Allen, Siobhan McDonald, Courtney Akoma, Robin Morgan. Let us know, guys, if you're hearing us loud and clear. Of course, Siobhan comes in, yes, loud and clear in Florida. Thank you, technician Siobhan. Siobhan, how's the weather there? We trust you are great out there in Florida. We trust it all is well out there in Florida. What's for lunch at your end, Siobhan? It's 12:02 here. Do let us know. Is it the same time in Florida? Just into the afternoon at this end. Broadcasting to you guys live from the national capital city here in Georgetown. Good to have you folks here with us. Guys, we're going to be wrapping up here a little bit early today. I want to give you an alert. We're going to be wrapping up a little bit early because we have hot in our heels. So just after we conclude, and then there's press conference coming out of the Alliance for Change that's following that. It's a pack 2.5 hours. So we're gonna be up. We're gonna be here for about 45 minutes, then make way for Nation Watch, and then following Nation Watch, right on the heels of Nation Watch, not to the heels, not on the heels of Nation Watch. We're gonna have that press conference coming out of the Alliance for Change. We're gonna have the press conference coming out of the Alliance for Change. Really good to have you guys here with us. Great to see you, Sharon Alfonso Evans. Guys, it's Open Mic Friday. We won't waste no time. What are your thoughts on the 8%? Guys, send us those voice notes. We want to hear from you folks. We want to hear from you guys. Do let us know what's happening there. Please let us know what's happening there. Really want to hear from you folks. Let us know what's happening at your end, guys. What are your thoughts on the 8%? 8% to your chest. Simone Graves. Good to have you there. Simone Graves. 8% to your chest. Michaela, Andrew Coates. How you guys feel about that? Send us your voice notes. Of course, you don't want to do a whole podcast in this voice note, you know. Take about 2 to 3 minutes. Let us know your thoughts. If so long, on the 8%, we want to hear from you folks. We below the belt, folks. Broadcasting live from the national capital city here in Georgetown, Guyana. They're telling us it's 29 degrees outside with a 7% chance it's going to rain. 29 degrees outside, but it feels like 37. Feels like 29 just today. Feels like 37. 7% chance it's going to rain. What the weather doing to you all in your quarters? Do let us know, guys. It's Open Mic Friday. The mic is yours. How you feel about this 8%? Where are public sector workers at? Where are public servants at? How you feel about the 8%? Leon Logan, 8% in your chest. Buttocks, 8% in your chest. Guys, how you all doing? We want to hear from you good folks today. We want to hear from you. Leon Logan, Anna Gordon. Hello to you too. 8% in your chest, Anna. How you feel about that? Send us a voice note if you can. 8% in your chest. Just like that. Irma Holder. How you folks doing? Irma and Robin Morgan. How you guys doing out there? Do let us know. Want to hear from you good folks. Beautiful people. Margaret Daily Hope. How are you doing, Margaret? Robin is here too, and see Anna, Gordon, and Simone Greaves. Good to have you folks. All the other folks joining us. We want to hear from you. Don't go out here looking tin with the shares. Don't go out here looking tin with those emojis, folks. Let us know how you're feeling in the emojis. Otherwise, how things by y'all? Do let us know. All the guys who are going to be joining us from YouTube. Good to have you folks there. YouTube peoples. We're our tubers. We're with tubers. With tubers and with tubers. Looking for you guys. Great to see you. What's going down on the tube? What's going down on the tube? Where the tubers at? Where are the tubers today? Good to have you folks. 8% in your chest. Send us those voice notes, guys. The mic is yours. Siobhan is joining us on YouTube, and Debbie Wilson is joining us on YouTube. Good to have you there. Maureen Williams, rocking and coming from YouTube. Good to have you, beautiful folks. Good to have the tubers. Send us a voice note, guys. I love for you folks to call, but it's more efficient when we work through the voice notes. More efficient for us. So many people be trying to call at the same time. That's the problem is here. So many of you want to call at the same time. Send those voice notes, folks. Send those voice notes, folks. Send the voice notes to me. Rock and come in. Rock and come into our tubers. We love you tubers. Candy Naline. Indigit. Just commented on YouTube. You meet Candy, you meet. Oh, scraps. You come. Good to see you, Candy. Good to have you other folks with us. Sean Abrams and others. You know, not everybody like fast book. Not everybody fast. Not everybody's bacchanalis for Facebook. Some people like the quiet show of Twitter, the suburbs of YouTube. We know how it goes, folks. What we don't want to happen is y'all chinksing at us with those voice notes. Send them through. 8% of your chest. Happy birthday to Marky. And I hope you mark your proper day, you know. I hope you're sparing no expenses. And this full 8% going to Marky's celebration. Full 8%. All of it. And don't calculate for inflation and so on. The whole 8% on Marky Shindig. Happy birthday, Marky Mark. I want Marky Mark to be happy because once Marky's happy, Candy will be happy and keep coming through. We love that. More and more. What about you? Jean Williams. Jean Williams. Brooklyn in the house. Brooklyn in the hizza. You have to tell his old time. Hizza. Welcome, folks. Welcome. Brooklyn in the house. Kurt Johnson, we see you there. Guys, rock and come in with the voice notes. The mic is yours. Only 8% hit you. Lash you over the head. And lash over the head. The hit percent. It's all about the hit percent. All about the hit percent. We want to see those emojis, guys. We want to see the shares. Good to have you, folks. What's happening where you are? Mona Moore says 8% not good enough. Agreed, Mona. Sherlyn Juicy Henry says we there. We there, we there, we there. Good to have you, Sherlyn. Yep. Oh, I see. seeing something. Simone is telling us, look how Simone is so bougie. Look them bougie people. I can see she laughing. Look how Simone bougie. Simone says she watches us on YouTube, but she's commenting via Facebook on her chat. Yeah, yeah. She wants to see us big on her 5-inch smart television. She's watching us on YouTube on her television, on the telly, but she's in the chat on Facebook. You see that? You see how some people bougie? Oh, some people got it good. Good to have you. Good to have you, Simone Greaves. Good to have you. More and more wants to know what happening with the high money. What happening with the high money? Angela Edwards has just joined us from Manhattan, folks. Guys, I love me some Manhattan. Can't get money to it. Manhattan. Can't go too often. When I go at least, can't go too often. It's got to change your pocket. I love the High Line in Manhattan. Oh God, I could be there right now with you. On the High Line in Manhattan. Thanks, Angela, for joining us. Angela Edwards joining from Manhattan. Folks, there's such a bushy people on the live today. And you know it's a bushy crew today when Marlon Norma joined. Good day, Marlon. Good day, Marlon. Pollyanna Shots has joined also. A real bushy crew today. I ain't a blue zoom crew. That's a bushy, bourgeoisie, the bushy crew. I know some people here in blue zoom. That's another story. Some people here in blue zoom. Folks, let us know how this 8% hit y'all. I do think we have someone, we have a contributor, folks. As one of our special contributors. Treat her kindly, folks. Treat her kindly, please. Treat her kindly.
Sure, good afternoon. I think, sure, good afternoon. I think this government is too blasted this week.
I don't know why Siobhan teases us with a one like that. It's a teaser, Siobhan. It's a teaser. We want the full thing. Don't tease me like that, Siobhan. Don't tease me like that. You're coming strong on the blocks. Don't tease me. The government is too. Rock and coming again, Siobhan. Rock and coming again.
Sure, good afternoon. I think this government is too damn disrespectful to the public servant. What 8% could do to them? Inflation rate is high, cost of living is high. But the public servant getting 8% when the sugar workers are getting millions of dollars every time they call. I think Ali should have put his face in shame because he there in parliament when they was in opposition and saying that they're going to give more than 20%. And look what they give public servant, 28%. In an oil-rich country like this, what 8% could do to the nurses, teachers, military people, and public servants, ice press people? This great disrespect, Sherrod, great disrespect. And another thing, this lawyer, he should take out the data from school and teach it at home. Because the teachers are teaching them and he can go to the school for disrespect that teacher. Come on. He needs to be disciplined in some way, but you see the police can can arrest him because all them is the same thing. Anyway, sure, I got a new grandbaby now, so I there with my granddaughter now.
Congratulations, Siobhan. Congratulations, my grandbaby. Congratulations. Congrats. Your hands full. Your hands full there. All I can say to Siobhan's comment is pim pim, wang bing, pang ping. Disrespectful is what we're hearing. And folks, I believe the Ghana Workers Union are out in protest today. Ghana Workers Union is out in protest today. Bang bing, bang bing. Out in protest today. I think we have another country here, folks.
Mr. Duncan, Good day.
Good day.
I
Talk to me.
think in Fontalini say you give me 40%, but me know down to 8% now. And then there are still taxes. I don't know where really the announcing. They need to get out of there and let my Mr. Jordan go back there and give me tax free. God bless Mr. Jordan.
St.
I would
George.
never get excited to that because I know the still will tax it. So I don't have no excited to get for that.
No excitement there, folks. No excitement there. Tell us how the 8% hit y'all, the man. Tell us how the 8% hit y'all. Please tell us how. Tell us how the 8% hitting y'all. Think we have another contributor, Dewey.
Hi, good afternoon, Sharad. The PPP administration knows very well that they're not getting any political support or any votes. So they are using the
You heard it there, folks. You heard it there. Uncle William says they're treating the public servants with disdain. Well, it's the PPP. No surprises there. I think Darren made that is on our program last year. He made a very important point. That these guys don't want. These guys know you ain't getting no votes from the public service made up predominantly of Africa. At least that's the assumption. You're not gonna get you're not gonna get any votes there. So that's the calculation that they're making. That's the calculation they're making. But it's a sad story. It's a sad story, a really sad story. Good to have each and every one of you on this today. They're making that calculation. But no surprises really, truly. Them boys is them boys. Them boys is them boys. Watching Randolph Mitchell right now, all dressed up, all dressed up. We're gonna see him in a little bit. He's gonna be on with Bigger Haynes following. That's gonna be not gonna be on for an hour. So y'all can see Randy Face on the other side on facing the nation, guys, following us. And then you have Lines of Change press conference, hot on the heels of facing the nation. Randy just popping in, popping out. Good to have you, Randy. Have a great show. Terrence Peden, we see you too, Terrence. And we see Nicola Daniels and Anna Gordon and all the other folks who are joining us. Good to have you here. Facebook user, good to have you here. All the other guys who join us. Great to see you folks today. Yep. I saw a Facebook user saying that Darren put it nice. It's true. You put it really nice. You put it real nice. And then we had Danish on this morning too. We want to hear from you guys now. Gwyneth Anderson. Good to see you, Gwyneth. 6276963 is the number, guys. We want to hear from y'all. Send through those voice notes. Don't be stingy with your opinion. Don't be stingy with ideas. They can see us. Tell it true for us, guys. 627-6963. Folks, the weekend is coming up. Hope you got some plans to be outside, get some fresh air time with yourself and with family. You know how. You know how, folks. Hope you're making some plans for this weekend. Hope you're making some plans. But for now, send through the voice note. Send through the voice note. Good to have you, folks. Great to have you guys who joining us. Deborah Clark, we see you. Deborah says all the unions should call out the workers and protest. Yep. All the unions, I know the Ghana workers unions were making plans to be out there today. Government just decided on their own. No collective bargaining. No collective bargaining, Patricia Kassoon. No collective bargaining, June Mona. No collective bargaining. Where this country coming to, good people? Where the country coming to? Where we there? Where we at? What doing? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Guys, we got another 10 minutes or so with you folks. We want to hear those voices. 10, 15 minutes. Give and take. You know how. Give and take. You know how. And then we're going to toss it over to Shanika Haynes and Facing the Nation with Randy's going to be our guest today. Randy's going to be our guest today. And I see we have some comments on the 8%. Well, Anderson says the PP government in my time of working is 2%. Right? Up to FC run away from 2%. Well, Anderson said, give us livable wages and proper increase. Proper comment too. Proper comment. Well, proper comment. Give us livable wages and proper increase. And they're there. Coming down, Region 3 says the ice pass public servants. The ice pass public servants. Telling you others, going down, comment. The ice pass public servants. I feel you there. When it is firing up, saying she ain't understand why the unions are silent on 8%. The 8% lash them in the chest hard. They're trying to recover. They're trying to get back to breathing properly. You hit it in the chest hard. Margaret Nelson, the bypass the unions, no collective bargaining. What happened in this place, man? What happened in this place? And Margaret, what happened in this place, Roxanne? What happened in this place, man? Yeah? Roxanne, what happened in this place? Margaret says when they were in power, they wanted more with less. When they were not in power, they wanted more with less. Now all the oil money, they want to give us less. What is 8%? Margaret tells you that. What is 8%? Jagabats, trench post them. Rock and couple of the voice notes, folks. We want to hear from you all. We want to hear from you, folks. And I think we have another country. Don't be shy, folks. Don't be bashful. Be brave like my brother here.
Good day, Mr. Duncan. I believe this is a big pass to the public servant. When we talk about discrimination, and so they love to disagree. Look, the other day when we had the meeting in New York, there, they install Attorney General run out who sit in the seat by dead man vote, run out to talk about they're not discrimination. There's no discrimination in Guyana, and he said that 60% of Afro-Guyanese is in the public sector. You see, this is the same thing we're talking about. It is because of 60% is Afro-Guyanese. That is why they're only giving 8%. If an Ali run up in Parliament the other day and say public servant, they're going to give public servant way more than 20%. Well, Ali, 8% is way less than 20%, first and foremost. That is why I say you can't put your foot in Granger shoes. Number two, let me use finance logics. Let me use e-reasoning in House of Assembly. Every excuse when them fail, they're saying, oh, because of the war, oh, because of COVID and all of that. So now let me blame it on inflation. So let's say this is the worst inflation. If it's the worst inflation, and the government now have the most money because if and Ali announced that we never at the House of they announced on the budget that Guyana never see so much money before in a budget because it's the first time we're going to use the oil money. So if it's the first time we're using the oil money and the inflation rate is higher than it ever been before, why is it the raise of pay for the public servant can't be bigger than it never been big before? But you see, it's discrimination because new government already pay sugar workers. Now them come in power because his friend, family, and favorite, they went and give each sugar worker $250,000 Guyana. You see discrimination? Now it is unjust to the soldiers who got to go in the line of duty. They got to go in the line of duty to provide for the children, and they can't get 100K because this 8%, if you were getting 75, can't put you to 100K. Under this oil economy, the boasting biggest budget, it not reaching the small man. It ain't reaching the teachers. It ain't reaching the police. It ain't reaching the soldiers. Biggest budget ever. Where the oil money? Why is it the oil money not reaching the people pocket? 8%, man. That is a pass to the IS.
Yep. I pass to the highest. You see this thing? You see story here? All money like that now. Mm-mm. Only flowing in one direction. Only flowing in one direction. Trouble, folks. Trouble. One direction is flowing in. One direction. One. That's sad. That's real sad. That's sad. Real sad. We want to hear from you folks. We want to hear from you folks. We want to hear from you guys. What do you think? How did the 8% hit you? How did the 8% hit you? We want to hear from you. How did it hit you? Where it hit you? How hard? We want to know, folks. We want to know. Good to have you beautiful folks here with us today. We're so privileged. Deborah Clark is here. Carol Jacobs is here. Carol says 8% disrespectful and disgraceful and distasteful. I love it. Carol says it disrespectful, disgraceful, and distasteful. People could do better, but they fully well know that most of the public servants are black people, and it's total discrimination. Yep. Total discrimination, folks. Unfortunately, we aren't taking any calls today. Send us a voice note, and we put it through for you, folks. I think we have another contributor. We ain't taking no calls today, folks. Unfortunately. But rock and come with the voice notes, and you're good to go. Good to go. You're gonna be good to go.
Sherrod, hi, good afternoon to you, listeners. Pertaining to what the man just said with the sugar workers, then finish with the sugar workers because right now the sugar workers are waiting for Jack Dio come from Aruba or wherever he gone to come and give them another $250,000. The people lining up for you since last week waiting. All every time they're running behind for see when he coming up. They're still waiting for you to come up to give them another $250,000. Their money and finish it. The people waiting for him to come. So sugar workers reaping the benefit all the time and 8% for public servants. I told a teacher the other night that there's why you get a glimpse of I heard that there's the percent they're gonna get. She said they gotta be crazy, but now she heard the president say it herself, so I hope she accept it.
Yep. That's how it's going now. Crazy. Crazy for feeling. Oh, brother. This country here, boy. This country. Thanks for coming through that one. This country, folk. This country ain't easy. Ain't easy. We have another contributor, folks.
Sherrod, the public servants, they are happy with the 8%. Otherwise, they would have had Mark Light rectifying that percentage that Ali government had given to them.
We hear you. We hear you. Mark Light of the Teachers Union. You would have been doing more. That's what they call this thing. Well, I know not only the GTU, but they tell us that the GWU was out today because they bypassing the collective bargaining. That's what the folks are telling us. They bypassing the collective bargaining. Folks, what are the odds we'd have two Marlins coming through one time? What are the odds? Two Marlins coming through one time. Here's the first, folks. Here's the first. Imagine that. Imagine that. How blessed am I? Two Marlins coming through one time. Two. Here's the first Marlin. Both of my favorites, incidentally. Both of my favorites, incidentally.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan and listeners. With reference to that 8% increase, I think it's an absolute insult to public workers or public servants, as you guys say. I don't live there, but I could figure it out that 8% does not make sense. How it is that the cane cutters keep getting handouts and public servants not getting anything that makes sense. To begin with, right? The cost of living is at a dangerous place. What the 8% is going to do?
Now, I want to ask $1 million questions, as I usually do. Where are the representatives of the various unions? At least up to the last I checked early in this morning before I came to work, I haven't seen anything that would be effective from those unions. Now, if I were workers, I won't give them a cent because they're not representing me, right? Where are the representatives of the trade unions? And secondly, when are the workers themselves gonna do something to represent themselves? Strikes take many forms. They could go slow, they could stick out. You got lots of ways in which they could retaliate legally. You understand? So they themselves lazy and encouraging the disrespect because they're not doing anything to represent themselves. They can't fire the whole public service at the same time. The workers need to do something for themselves. As to the police force, the army, and them, I don't know when they're going to get sense. The police force is to serve and protect. The army know what their motto is. But yet they're allowing themselves to be disrespected in all sorts of ways. Cleaning the streets. Now there's an agent for that. The mayor and city council is responsible for that. All of a sudden, every minute is some photo up with some minister and somebody. They need to represent themselves. The police need to wake up. Soldiers gonna need to wake up. When y'all gonna wake up? You gonna set the prisoners in prison in serving time. They ain't doing nothing, getting fat off of the taxpayers. Those are the ones that you know won't get to win. So and them is the ones you gotta get for clean the streets, not the soldiers. What is wrong with this government and the citizens of Guyana? Because them just as lazy. And for me, they're beginning to frustrate me. Because they're not doing anything to represent themselves. They're lazy. And the MPs too. I know a lot of people gonna cuss me today, but the MPs too. Not all of them, but there are a few of them. You don't hear nothing from them. You don't see them drawing money when they're supposed to be representing the people of Guyana. That is what they were put there to do. And they're not doing anything. It don't work that way. There should be some system that could remove them because they're serving no purpose, Sharon. Serious times. This is serious times and it calls for serious things. Guyanese, I beg y'all, try and wake up. I beg you. Another thing, Sharon, I am particularly alarmed with varying opinions when it comes to the opposition. There is unity in strength. And you guys, I don't know what's going on, but it's not impressing me very much. I'm not speaking particularly to you, Sherrod and Jarek and the others. We know who are the ones that are out front. But there are some others that ain't doing nothing, Sharon, and it's really upsetting me. Really, really upsetting me. Is either get the job done, or if you don't want to get the job done, give the opportunity to somebody else who wants to serve the people of Guyana to get the job done. Being in your AC office ain't making sense and all this thing. Some saying that they're going to contest the elections. Some saying they're not going to contest the elections. And in the meantime, the sitting government takes every opportunity to capitalize on all the weaknesses of the opposition and its members. You're not impressing me, and I'm sure you're not impressing some people. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Marlin always a bundle of wisdom. Marlin is always a bundle of reservoir wisdom. Thank you, Marlin, for that. Now to the other Marlin. Huh? Brace it over. Brace it over. Brace it over.
Asher, good day to you and your listeners and viewers. Now, first thing, before I comment on the 8%, the video that I sent to you with the school in Region 10 is Harmony Secondary School. Good. Now, I'm going to address the 8%. This 8% is the most, I am so aggravated. It is so disrespectful. These people are vindictive. This is disrespectful, and it's an I pass and discrimination because these people know fully well that at least 90% of the public service is Afro Guyanese. Now, when we talk about discrimination, they are annoyed, but they are showing out the discrimination and the racism blatantly and presumptuously. Now, you giving me 8% and it is retractive, then you're going to tax my money. When you're finished, we come down to 5%. These people are past public servants, and I hope the public servants open up the eye and wake up, because some of them already saying it better than none at all. Well, if there's better than none at all, me I want nothing. They need to strike down tools. What happened to the collective bargaining agreement? Mr. Yard take them to court accordingly, but then what was the decision of the court? We're supposed to be having collective bargaining. What are we doing? What is the public servants doing? Why are they continuing to sit and accept these little pittance? This is all that we can settle for. I am not living in Guyana, and I am annoyed because I know what is the cost of living in Guyana. I am there, I saw it, and I felt it. It is ridiculous. We need to do better than this, and Airfronari and the government got to do better than this. The ice pass people, man. You getting all of that aisle, all right? You talk up when you've been in opposition, but 50% and 100%. And this is what you going to give to the people that you were in there and making all this aisle money. Where is the money that was in the budget to pay public servants? This is where it comes down to when they calculate it. Well, I'm so upset about this. Then even say give these people 20% and then taper down the 20%, like how the coalition tapered off the money. The higher scale of workers like Airfron Ali, them shouldn't even be getting 1 cent. They put it across the board that all of them must get it. Come on, public servants, y'all need to wake up, get up and get on the streets. I hope y'all support the protest outside of the Ministry of Finance come next week, Thursday, because this is not good enough. This is what y'all will sit down and settle for. The PPP eyes pass people, and they are very disrespectful, and they don't care nothing about you guys. You need to wake up. I told some people, some friends home in Ghana about 3 weeks ago that the PPP government would have been giving them 8%. And they asked me, where did I get that from? It wasn't announced. I said, y'all don't ask me that question. I said they will be giving y'all 8%. But they didn't believe it. Now you're giving the sugar workers this whole load of money. The sugar workers' money far way more than 8%. The inflation rate is about 9% or whatever it is, and you giving people 8%. What is really going on?
Thank you for that intervention, Marlene. I can hear the frustration in your voice, dear Marlene. I can hear the frustration in your voice. Folks, we're in the process of wrapping up. I want to put out the voice notes we have. So I beg you, don't send any more. We need to wrap up so that we can head over to Nation Watch. I beg you, all, don't send any more today. We have a contribution, folks.
Good afternoon, listeners and viewers. Sherrod, this public service wage increase is a terrible situation. But you got to remember, most of these public servants, they can't go on strike. They can't go on strike and hold out for a month or two. Nothing gonna say they get mortgage to pay, they get car loan, they get this, they get that. And this is the problem, and this is why the PPP know that, and they don't want to give the people a living wage. Because if you give them a comfortable money, they don't get money. But they're making it difficult for them to call a strike. This is what the PPP doing. This is one of the techniques they're using.
The wicked, the wicked, the wicked. The wicked, that's what they're doing. The wicked, wicked, wicked. Another contributor, folks.
Sherrod, Patrick, yeah, like you get a phone call secretly and collect your bag or you bring envelope.
Mm-mm. What shall we say to these things? What shall we say to these things?
Hello, Mr. Duncan. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
That 8%, it cannot work for teachers and nurses. Where is Miss Coretta McDonald and the man we just called? Everybody just sit back and rock back and check what these people doing to these teachers, to these public servant workers, and they're sharing all the money and Barbies and give these people. Like teachers ain't got rights. Just cause black people ain't got rights. Like to me, to what I see it, like teachers don't have rights and nurses don't have rights. If I was the teachers and I was the nurse, I would have come out on the road and protest and say 8% cannot work. No money, no work. More money, work we can work. If we get more, we can work.
This is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Good afternoon, Sherrod. I am totally disturbed by that increase because I'm actually building in Guyana and I was exposed to some rising costs and some costs that went through the roof. Sometimes, when we planned one thing, sometimes we gotta reconsider our plans, especially when it comes to Guyana. And I'm disturbed by that increase because you see, the thing about it is that I'm living here in Antigua. And when you're going to be leaving here and you're going down there, when you find that the cost of living is so loud meaning high, it puts you as a tourist, as an investor at a disadvantage. Because what you find, you've been bull rushed by people who never have enough. They never had enough. They never had enough. Secondly, I also wish for Mr. Nandalal to consider his position on the marijuana. Because if we're speaking about one Caribbean, how then I could have 4 plants in my yard? I could enjoy the freedom to smoke my marijuana at home in my yard without any form of disturbance from the law enforcement. And here we have one of the lowest crime rates. So I cannot understand what is going through Mr. Nandalal's mind. I think he should travel a little around the Caribbean and get some opinion from not just Guyanese living in Guyana, but out here in the diaspora and reconsider his position. Because I'm coming down there and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to fight for the rights. I'm not a Rastafari, but I enjoy it in terms of my meditation, my relaxation, and also my recreation. Guyana needs to do better if it's willing to attract people here in the diaspora. Thank you.
We hear you, my brother. We hear you. Thanks for your contribution. We hear you. We hear you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan.
Good afternoon.
What I would like to say is there's no humanity in Guyana from the government level and within the people themselves. If these people have any love for self and family and really want to develop themselves, They'll be out in the streets right now protesting this oppression, depression, and stress that they face on a daily basis. It will only end when the people come out and protest it. Thank you.
We hear you, my brother. We hear you. We have another contributor. Thank you for that contribution. We hear you.
Hi, Sherrod. A special good afternoon to you and your viewers. Um, I want to know if the PPP government or administration, if they put voodoo on the public servant or they put a voodoo on the black people,
Live in Guadeloupe.
like, I don't understand what's going on. This is legal robbery, bright daylight robbery, bro. And everybody just sit down, relax, and ain't doing nothing. Like you gotta beg people to come out. I mean, come on, it's billions of dollars involved here. It's the island money we talking about. You imagine if this is not voodoo, then it's what? Because you tell me this. These people see these people spending the island money by the billions and they still living in poverty. You tell me that 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 no, I'm good. Sorry about that. Yeah, that they can't see what's going on. Come on, man. I'm calling from Miami, Florida. And I be home. I will be home for Christmas. Black people, public servant, European allies. Y'all getting robbed. Robbed. Y'all to pray to Allah, Jaja, Buddha, uh, um, to the Indian God. I don't know what's your God. Y'all God pray do a lot of prayers. This is voodoo. This is my conclusion. Y'all have been voodoo or obia. That's a obia. I have no conclusion. I can't see it no other way because this is daylight, bright daylight robbery, and nobody seems to care or do not know about it. Thank you, man. That's my contribution.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And say hello to all the folks down there in Florida. Say our hello. Say all the folks there in Florida, folks. Say our hello. Yep, 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 yep.
Rod, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I think that the 8% definitely is an insult to public servants, given the fact that the president, when he was in the opposition, in all fury and energy, said that his administration is promising to give public servants far more than 20%, and now the times in which we're living in, you're giving public servants 8%. Like, it doesn't make any sense, period. Number two, you're giving cane cutters so much money. You're giving fishermen so much money. You're giving here, there, and everywhere so much money, and yet you're choosing to give next to nothing to the people who you're supposed to care for. Even if the president thinks that public servants are not supporting him, at the end of the day, we're all Guyanese. And he is supposed to be free. He's supposed to be fair, as a matter of fact. So I really think that in this time, public servants need to unite. They need to put their differences aside, and they need to protest. They need to do something because this is unacceptable in this oil producing nation where people can afford to get $300,000. They're giving public servants that amount. It's atrocious.
Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany. And our final contribution, folks, because we want to head over to Nation Watch. Final contribution.
Sure, no disrespect. Good afternoon. But these individuals need to stop disrespecting the African culture and our voodoo and our obia. Stop disrespecting African culture. Use whatever words you want to describe the stupidity of the acceptance of of the bullshit that the PPP doing to them. Don't disrespect we voodoo.
I hear you, my brother. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. That's gonna do it for us, folks. Don't disrespect the voodoo. Please don't disrespect the voodoo. Simone Graves, I see you there. Folks, thanks for joining us. We're heading off. Tune into Nation Watch. I think it has already started. Tune into Nation Watch, folks. We're heading off. See you guys back at 8 this evening, and there is the Alliance following up. It's following Nation Watch. Thanks for joining us, folks, and thanks for all the. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Stay well, stay safe. That's what the trust in this. Stay safe, guys.